Hello, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today, the place to be for the intellectual. On today's show, we have Ralie Boles, Britney Murphree, Leia Hill, and Teresa Hogan. We hope you watch and learn a little bit.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
And we have the wonderful Miss Ralie Boles and Miss Britney Murphree. Welcome. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Pretty
How
good.
are you?
Now, I'm doing well. Now, you are tennis players here at Meridian Community College, and you just completed something. What did you just complete?
We went to the National JUCO Women's Tennis Tournament in Arizona, and we just got back from that a few days ago.
How was Arizona?
Hot. Very hot. It was super pretty, too.
Okay, hot, dry? Hot, dry, and very pretty, but still hot and dry. How did you end up doing in the tournament?
We did pretty well. Singles, we all, except one of us, won our first round. And then in doubles, me and Ralie went really far in the consolation bracket to the semifinals.
Wonderful.
So.
But the season is over now.
It is.
Okay. I'm sure that's kind of poignant. You know, you're kind of exhausted, like exhaling, like, thank goodness the season's over, but also thinking, you know, aw.
Yeah.
Do you have that emotion? Okay, now you are going on, this is basically your last time to play tennis at the college level. Now you're going on to the W, and you're studying.
Speech therapy.
And what draws you to speech therapy?
I just love helping people and younger kids and older people, and just helping them be able to speak and talk again would just be
Well,
amazing.
look, we talked about this before camera. You're supposed to say, I had a horrible speech impediment for many, many years, and it really affected my self-confidence, and I want to help others.
I don't have one though.
But you want to help others.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have the W has a really good
Oh
program.
yeah, really
Okay.
good program.
Now, do you plan to just get a bachelor's degree?
It's a master's program,
Okay.
so I'll go to school for 2 more years.
Okay, all at the W.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay, do you plan, when you finish, do you plan to work here in Mississippi, or do you want to go elsewhere? Are you from here?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So probably either Mississippi or just wherever the Lord takes me.
okay. But tennis,
Just for fun now.
okay. Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. Loved
Okay.
every single minute of it.
Sure. Well, you know, I think we all have things like that where it's like, I'm glad I did that. Don't ever want to do that. And I know in particular this semester
Yeah.
has been, you know, COVID, which in the future will be a cuss word, but COVID,
Yeah.
you know, has changed everything. And I think everything had to be thrown into a semester. And I think normally it may be spread out a little bit more. Now you get to be here another year, okay? And you said that you were going into,
Biomedical engineering.
okay, and where do you plan to go when you finish with us?
Mississippi State.
Okay, and why are you going, now remember what we said, why are you going into biomedical engineering?
Is this half of my decision for you?
Okay.
Just kidding.
I made you say that, but you just, again, you want to help people, and you're interested in that. Now, do they have the degree at Mississippi State? Okay. Is it just a bachelor's, or do you plan to
It
go for a
is, but I
master's?
want to get my master's of, I guess, science or whatever.
Okay.
Master's of.
Okay, so you'll go 2 more years to state for your bachelor's, and then probably at least
Probably.
2 more. Okay. Do they do the work-study program with that particular
I
bachelor's
think
degree?
so. I'm not positive,
okay.
but I.
Would you be interested
Yeah.
in doing that? Okay, that would be fascinating to me. I wish I were smarter. I mean, you know, you look at something and you go, okay, I wish I. No. Now, when did you start tennis?
In the 6th grade at my school.
Okay.
I was a ball girl for a little while for my tennis team, and then after that I just saw how much people enjoyed it, so I decided to take up lessons and played ever since.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Decent.
She is.
She's good. Now, when did you start tennis?
About 9th grade.
Okay.
So,
And are you good?
yeah, I guess.
Okay. But is it a passion for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is it a passion for you? Okay. Now, how did COVID, curse it, how did COVID change how you, how did it change tennis?
Well-
How was it changed this past year?
Well, I know for me, like I was a senior last year, and we only played 3 matches, and then our season got cut short. So we didn't.
home.
Yeah, I didn't hardly play my senior year, so that was definitely didn't like that very much. And then here, I wouldn't say it affected us too much.
Just having to reschedule if like another team
Yeah.
like tested positive or they came in contact with someone, we just have to reschedule like 2 weeks later and stuff
I knew
like that.
so often you'd hear, like I work in the Success Center and we have a lot of athletes do their study hall up there. And I remember sometimes I'd go, what happened to this team?
Yeah.
Where did they go in their quarantine?
Yeah.
Or, you know, things like that were just thrown at you.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, y'all met the challenge and, you know, grades are good. Okay.
Pretty good.
In everything? Biomedical person?
Calculus was a little rough.
Yes, I remember. Which calculus?
2.
Okay. And so are you going to also do 3 and differential equations? Oh, okay. Okay, I did that 40 million years ago. Yes. And what about you? Any really difficult classes?
Spanish.
Okay, with Miss Calderon.
Yeah.
One of my
She
best
was
friends.
very helpful though.
Love her to death.
I love her,
Okay.
but it was rough.
You know, I'm just when you're used to thinking and you don't, you know, you're in one language.
Yeah.
And it just sometimes just doesn't.
It doesn't register. No, it doesn't.
Well, it sounds like both of you plan to have, you know, you're going to have some really bright futures. I hope one day you're going to invent something that's absolutely amazing. And you're going to be helping students right, left, and center, whether they need it or not. By golly, I'm going to help you.
Yep.
Well, listen, I want to thank y'all so much for being here today. And possibly, if you're going to be here next year, I'm going to make sure to have you back on. And maybe if we can get you back to talk about the W and your speech program, we could do that. What do you say?
I'm in. I'm good.
Well, listen, thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you for
Thank you for
having
having
us.
us.
We'll be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first, while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
And we are here with Miss Leia Hill, who is the Vice President of Institutional Advancement and the Executive Director of the Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, we were just talking before, you know, we planned this 6 months out.
Yes.
To get you in.
I'm totally prepared.
Okay, now we're here to talk about the foundation today.
We are.
And MCC's foundation is responsible for a lot that we do here on campus.
I think so.
So can you just give us a rundown of some of the things that we do here?
Through the foundation?
Through the foundation?
Well, the MCC Foundation is, part of the college. We have a full staff in which we do lots of different programming for the college and for the community.
Yes.
If you're talking about what do we do on campus for, let's say, faculty and staff, we are primarily responsible for recognition and awards. It's part of our mission statement to support our employees in that way. And so we have a monthly MCCer of the Month award that we give out, which is, it's one of the funnest things, most fun things that I get to do. They get an award and they get a stipend and that's for going above and beyond your typical job duties. So that's monthly. We have yearly awards into where we do Teacher of the Year awards and John Johnson awards and Clarence Roberts awards. We also have started
Don't those have stipends too?
most of them.
I think they do,
there's
'cause-
one that doesn't out of that group.
I got one of those.
Yes, it's great. People love them. But that's yearly, and we just actually did that Monday, and so
Yes.
that was a big day for us. We were very excited. It's fun to get to recognize people for good work. We also started a new program just this year where we're going to start recognizing years of service and recognize those milestone years, that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up. And so they get a commemorative pin and a certificate that they can hang on the wall, and so that's really nice. We also have lots of different endowments that have been set up by different families or different past employees of the college that believe in, professional growth and employee support. And so we have several different endowments that provide professional development for our staff members that they can apply for. We have a travel grant that they can apply for, and so we gave those out as well. So that's what the MCC Foundation does for our employees. We try to do different appreciation events throughout the year. We just we sponsored the lunch on Monday, and so that was great.
It was really good.
And we hope to do that every year from now on, and it be a foundation event and to where we can thank the employees. And so we have different things throughout the year specifically for our staff, our faculty, and all of our employees here.
Now, most people out in the community know the foundation for one thing in particular.
Right.
And that is what?
Tuition guarantee.
Tuition guarantee, which is what?
So that is.
And people say free tuition. It's not free tuition.
Yeah, I'll get fired up if you call it free tuition.
It's not free
It
tuition.
is not free tuition. It is absolutely paid for, but it is paid for by community support, individuals, businesses, and by our institution. Tuition guarantee is actually in its 25th year this year.
We were the first ones in Mississippi to do it.
Yes, and it's rumored that we were the first one in the United States, but I haven't substantiated that yet. But that's
I was
the
actually
rumor.
here when it started.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
So Dr. Skaggs' vision,
Yes.
it was in 1996 when the program first kind of took flight, and it's just been a wonderful program. It started as an economic development tool to make sure that the students in our area stayed and, were able to go to college and get skills and to, hopefully build our economy through those resources that we would create. But also Dr. Skaggs, part of his vision was that he wanted those younger students, those, 8th, 9th graders, to start hearing in their college, in their daily life at school, that college was absolutely an option for them.
Yes.
That tuition was guaranteed, and so to take that challenge or that fear, if or whether or not that was going to be possible for them. So. He was a visionary man, and so
He definitely
like
was.
I said, back in 1996 is when we started the program. Since then, 25 years, we've helped thousands of students. The investment has been over $6.5 million that we have provided in tuition assistance for our local high school graduates and residents of Lauderdale County. That's the one specific criteria that they have to meet, is that they have to graduate from a local Lauderdale County high school, and then they also have to be a resident of Lauderdale County.
Now, do we also extend this to people who have been homeschooled?
Yes.
Okay. So if you live within Lauderdale County,
Yes.
you have access to 2 years here at Meridian Community College, not free.
Not free.
Someone pays for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, but in my understanding is you have to fill out the forms for the Pell Grant, the FAFSA, and stuff like that. But if you do not get that, if you're not eligible for that, then your tuition is covered for those 2 years.
Right.
Okay. So
And if they do get federal or state aid, depending on how much of that it covers, tuition guarantee will cover whatever difference there is in tuition cost.
Excellent.
And so it is exactly what it is called.
Okay.
It is guaranteed tuition.
Right.
We are guaranteeing that if you're a Lauderdale County graduate and resident, that we're going to cover your tuition. It's
Right.
going to be covered, whether or not we do apply federal and state aid first, and then we'll make sure that the rest is covered.
This has truly helped so many students. It truly has. So I'm so glad, and I just hope it continues. As long as we can keep it going. Now, what else do we do through the foundation? You've talked about the staff, faculty and staff. We've talked about getting new students coming in. But what else do we do for the community?
Well, so one of the things, I'm going to back up just
sorry.
a little bit. So, no, it's answering the question in a sideways way, I guess. But so the foundation is a fundraising. We fundraise and we go out into the community, and we are asking those individuals to support tuition guarantee. And so that's something important to remember when you're talking about tuition guarantee, is that it's not an unlimited amount of resources, right? And so that's why you have to limit, in a sense, to Lauderdale County, and
Sure.
you have to draw some lines somewhere, because we're actually going out and raising the money to support the program. And as as tuition and things like that change, it gets more and more expensive. So
Sure.
one of the main things that the foundation does is fundraise. And so we
Right.
fundraise not only for tuition guarantee, but also we have several named scholarships. And so those can be in honor of groups or clubs or organizations, of living individuals, and we have lots of memorial scholarships that people give. And so we give out over $200,000 in named scholarships every semester.
Wow.
And that's something that people don't know. Teresa Hogan is our program coordinator for our scholarships, and she works really, really hard to make sure that all of those 200 some odd named scholarships get awarded to deserving students. That's something else that we do.
Wonderful. Now listen, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to bring Miss Teresa Hogan on so that we can all terrorize her.
Great.
Okay. We'll be right back.
With so much uncertainty in our world, we are thankful for the heart and determination of those who have followed their calling in healthcare. They work tirelessly on the front lines every day to make a true difference in our community. At Meridian Community College, we take pride in training these heroes and are grateful for their service in this time of great need. These Eagles found their wings at Meridian Community College.
And we are back, and we have been joined by the wonderful Miss Teresa Hogan. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How
Now,
are you?
I'm doing well. What is your official title?
I am the Alumni Association Relations Coordinator,
Okay.
along with scholarships.
Oh my, yes.
It's a
Now,
full-time job.
It is a full-time job. Now, we wanted you on to talk about the Alumni Association. What is the Alumni Association, and what's been happening with y'all?
So I'm going to jump in
Okay.
there and just talk about why we wanted
You're
to
gonna
do.
save her.
Yes. Teresa's here. We're proud of that.
Very proud.
So the MCC Foundation has always had some type of interest, or the college has had interest in alumni association.
Mm-hmm.
Going out and trying to reach those people that have a connection to the college, that have gone to the college, graduated from the college, especially gone on and done great things. Because of their involvement. And so we want to know who you are. We want to know what you're doing and all those great things you've accomplished. And we didn't have one.
No.
And so, especially when, Dr. Huebner came, that was one of his priorities, is that he wanted to start an organization to where we could collect the information of our alumni. And then from that, tell their stories. And that's probably the most important piece of all of this, is that the reason why we're doing this is to tell other people's stories about how successful. We have so many highly successful and highly accomplished alum that attribute some or all of their success from their time here at MCC. And so that's very important.
Your most important one is right here.
Absolutely.
It's exhausting telling people how famous I am.
Right, and that you owe it all to
And then
MCC.
I
Don't
owe
forget,
everything
you owe it all to us.
Well, how many members have we managed to get?
We have close to 600 already,
Excellent.
and we are growing every day.
That is wonderful.
And just launched in August.
That is wonderful.
So just in a few months, we've already had lots of people that have
Lots
shown
of people.
interest. Teresa stays very busy. And so if you join, you get...
You get a letter and you get a decal showing your school spirit. You
Excellent.
can put it on your car and ride around telling everybody where you came from.
Well, but as you said, part of it is telling the story telling your individual story of your success. And as I said, so many people, they say that had it not been for MCC, they would not have gotten to where they are. And so I think it's very important that we do tell those stories.
Absolutely. It's part of the form. So we have under the foundation link off the website, there's an alumni association link that will take you to a form that asks you just a small amount of questions about your time here, what years you were here, what organizations you were part of, and then it asks if you would like to tell your story, and we ask for a brief information, and then we also ask if we can contact you for more information. But that's the idea, is that we can reach people across the United States that attended here, that love the college, so we can continue to have events and honor them.
And there are people across the United States who started out here.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't think, and I mean, because we are, such a small county, but they do, they get their start here and are able to go and thrive in many, many different areas.
Absolutely.
Thank goodness. I'm so glad y'all are doing that.
Yes.
But we also do something that, and I absolutely love this because I've been part of it for a while, and we do the Lifetime Quest.
Yes, we do.
So what is Lifetime Quest?
So Lifetime Quest is a organization, and I don't know when it's in 25th year too.
That's right.
Yes, and so it's Lifetime Quest anniversary as well. We're in our 25 years of Lifetime Quest, and this one is particularly special to me because it was my job for 8 years was to do arts and letters and Lifetime Quest. So I have firsthand knowledge of this program, and it's just absolutely wonderful. But it is a community outreach program that we do in which we offer lifetime learning for our retirees in our community. And so we say that it's for 50 and above, 50 years old or older, or retirees, and they join. There's an annual membership cost. The application's on the website. It costs, and we just went up in our dues just a little bit, but it costs $80 for an individual to join per year.
Okay.
And so that's like $6-7 a month. It's not unreasonable for what you get.
And what do we get?
And so for that membership, you get a membership card, you get a decal so you can come and go on campus, you get free arts and letters tickets, you get invitations to all the events that we do for our members, which is we do a monthly lunch. Which is called Lunch Bunch, where we invite a speaker from the community to come in and talk about interesting things. Our most recent one was a container gardening demonstration that was fantastic. We had over 70 members come to that. It was great, lots of fun. We have a monthly reading and discussion group.
Which I particularly love.
Because you lead it for us, yes. In which
we
read different short stories and things like that, and then we get together monthly to discuss those, but we always have a facilitator that kind of leads and kind of prompts those discussions and pulls out some of those those important meaty factors in our novels.
And here you have students who are in their 60s, 70s, and sometimes 80s, and they are not afraid to say anything.
Right.
I get such a kick out of every time I facilitate Lifetime Quest. I get such a kick out of the students, and you don't have to worry about them reading the material. They are ready, they are eager, and they want to talk about it.
Yes, and they're frank and honest and real. And I mean, some hard topics have been discussed in those groups, and it's really refreshing to hear and learn from others. And I think that this gives you an opportunity to do that. And so we have the lunches and the book clubs. We also have a quarterly bingo, which is just fun. We have different.
Do you go on trips?
Well, yes.
Ooh.
We have different parties every year. So we have a annual meeting to where we have a speaker, and it's kind of a membership celebration, and then we have a Christmas party at the end of the year, and then we go on trips.
Okay.
So we go on, Lifetime Quest primarily goes on day trips and overnight trips, and so we've gone all over. So we're.
Now this is typically it was pre-COVID.
Yes.
Now have you been any?
No.
Okay, so hopefully soon we can get back to that.
In 2 weeks.
Next week.
Next
Okay,
week. Oh, it's
okay,
next week.
excellent, okay.
So we have our first big trip. It filled up in literally 2 hours.
Good.
So we have a full bus, and we're going to Camden, Alabama, and we're going to get to see lots of different historical things, and then we're going to eat a great lunch, and we're going to spend time together. I think there's a little shopping. There's always usually a little shopping. involved. But Diane Wells spends a lot of her time coordinating the trips, and she does a great job. And this is our first one post-COVID.
Oh my gosh.
And we are just so excited. But she's already got plans for Nashville and Memphis and all over. Yeah. So we're excited. We're ready to get those wheels turning.
Oh my goodness, yes. The thing is, the foundation does so much, and I think sometimes because the MCC is, we're kind of the same way. We're such a feature of the landscape that it's difficult to notice all that we do.
Right.
Foundation is the same way. It's difficult. There's so much that we do that people don't see unless you're looking at it.
Right.
And I hope people start looking at it.
Yes. I always tell people, and I mean this, because we are so heavily involved and we do so much, and we really are a community college, more so than I think others. And I try to tell people, just imagine for a minute, close your eyes and visualize, but imagine for a minute this community without MCC.
I can't.
It would just be a completely different environment from our support of, we do lots of different things with our high schools. Then you have tuition guarantee. Then you have community events. Then you have arts and letters.
And your learning doesn't have to stop.
Your adult ed programs, your too. It's so much that we are, and so with, I hope that our community realizes and appreciates all that we try to do to better them.
Well, listen, I want to thank both of y'all for being here today, and I want to have you back, and maybe next time Teresa will let us get a word in edgewise. I hope so.
Don't invite me, and then she'll be forced to talk.
That's true. But listen, thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you. It was great.
It was great.
We'll be right back.
Since 1996, the MCC Foundation Tuition Guarantee Program has provided students an opportunity to find their potential. Thousands of students have benefited from the program. Over $6 million have been invested in the students who learn and live right here in our community. This program is funded by individuals and businesses who believe in our students, our families, and the economic impact of an education at Meridian Community College. Now is your chance to offer support. Give today at meridiancc.edu/give.
On behalf of our executive producer, Matt Milner, our media consultant, Josh Taylor, and me, thank you for watching. Hope you learned a little bit, and we'll see you soon.